We now turn to the price of paradise in the state of insurance. For years now, so many of you have reached out to us saying your premiums keep rising. And now, after this devastating hurricane season, we're finding out how some insurance companies are coming through, but others are getting denied. That's what happened to one homeowner who messaged ABC Action News anchor Nadine Yanis.
Nadine, this is a situation that you've been following very closely.
That's right, Paul and Wendy. Mary Fullerton lives in this Crystal Beach home here. Now, you see most of her living space is here, but behind the garage is an extra bonus room. She thought that it would be covered by her flood insurance. Turns out it wasn't, and that's why she felt obligated to email me saying she doesn't think that people are aware of this. And I set out to find out how others can actually benefit from this hard lesson learned.
And this was kind of like an entertainment space downstairs.
Memories of wine nights and dinner with friends downstairs wiped away as water rushed into Mary Fullerton's home during Hurricane Helene. But now
the water was about 21 to 27 inches in here.
She says she's being left high and dry by her flood insurance.
I've gotten bids from one person for $38,000 to replace the drywall and reinstall the toilets, and you pay and pay and pay for the last 5 years, and then when you need it, you get no coverage.
Which is why Mary emailed us for answers.
This is my denial letter from Wright saying that you get nothing.
Wright Flood Insurance citing since her bonus room is below the flood elevation designated by FEMA, it's not covered.
That's all news to me.
Confusing, though, because she's paying property taxes on that room, and it's listed on the property appraiser's website as lower area finished.
And then you're paying taxes on this. I mean, this is taxable living space.
You immediately were like, we get a lot of claims like this.
Yeah, probably got 100 examples of it. Unfortunately, what happens is the county property appraiser often shows what's called LAF, or lower area finished, and people make an assumption that that means that it was permitted living space. Unfortunately, that is not permitted living space in most cases.
Insurance agent Jay Colehouse said unless Mary can prove that area was permitted as a living space when it was built or remodeled, then she won't ever have coverage. And getting a lower level permit from the county in flood zone A is nearly impossible.
In most cases, they do not do that for, flood, because basically then it takes away the community's rating status with FEMA.
For the viewer who has seen their flood insurance rates double over the years and a storm comes, they expect to be made whole. This is probably like, of course, insurance is going to find some excuse to not pay me.
It's definitely a frustrating point for a lot of viewers. And I think that, what we typically see is that for an original homeowner that built the space and knows that it's not permitted, they're typically understanding. But when it's changed hands 2 and 3 times, and there's an assumption made that coverage should apply here, it gets really frustrating for a lot of homeowners.
The honest truth is they need to know exactly what's covered when they're buying flood insurance.
We also just got some more clarification from the Pinellas County property appraiser that's online right now. Important takeaways: if you do have an elevated structure with an extra room downstairs, or maybe you might be rebuilding right now, so something to keep in mind. And if you are in a flood zone, that bottom floor simply will not be covered. This is another nuance as we help you navigate insurance, and that is our commitment to you. We're learning this with you. Are you running into similar issues? We'd like to hear about it. Scan this QR code. It'll take you to a form where you can then share your insurance questions, frustrations, or concerns. It will then be sent directly to me and our team to follow through for you on it. Paul?
Thanks for staying on top of it, Nadine.